This channel is for immature audiences only. It is not for children, only for childish adults. We might play some video games that kids also like, but we say words like fuck and shit with alarming frequency and make crude, inappropriate, and morbid jokes all the damn time. Level 0 NPCs assumes no responsibility if your idiot spawn watches this and gets traumatized.
I still want to watch that movie trailer.
Which one?
There's the new Shang-Chi trailer came out, and I really want to see it. It just came out right now. Right now, just about right now. 5 minutes before we started recording.
Do we want to really alienate our viewers and sit here while Matt watches a trailer?
Do a reaction video, but just keep playing the game and not show clips of the thing. Just
the audio of it coming through Matt's microphone.
It's at that point where we really start daring people to give us dislikes. Oh, God.
I feel like we're not quite to that point in our careers just yet.
I show up for the first time in weeks and go, fuck, I didn't watch any of those.
The cool part is when you name yourself level 0 NPCs, nobody's got any expectations.
It's like getting a harmonica. You get what you fucking get.
Exactly.
Someone clicked on this shit, you know?
This place practically vibrates with dark magic.
Is this the episode yet? Where did we cut in?
Yeah, we've
been
in
for a little while.
No, I was just curious. I didn't want to... Yeah.
Any individual magical impression.
That sudden noise that Watson made marked the beginning of the episode.
Oh, are we going to include that?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we are. Now that I've brought attention to it.
Well, now we have to. All right.
Every now and then, Watson's going through his life, and he suddenly objects to the cat that he usually gets along with.
The binding looks like stretched human skin, with letters and markings written in dried blood. The letters spell out Necrophilicon.
What the fuck? This is taking a weird turn.
Oh, that's it. Something like the Silmarillion for of the love of death. There's something very, very wrong and dangerous about this book.
Okay. Now I'm intrigued.
I don't think JRD there really pronounced those parentheses.
I gotta tell you guys a story. So once there was this kid, and I may have already told this story at one point in the long years of being on this goddamn channel, and I just can't remember. There was a kid I knew named Robert. I'm not going to give his last name, so you can't look him up.
Huge book on the altar.
And he had a lot of health problems going.
The title says Necrophilicon.
Yeah, okay.
Haven't you heard of this book?
And he nice.
Oh, we got bookmarked to death.
This kid had a lot of health problems, like mystery health problems. Like the doctors did not know what's going on with him. Anyway, he's a good guy. You know, we were friendly. We weren't friends, but you know. Anyway, this was in junior high, all through junior high. And then
oh no, I know this story.
You retrieve the Dark One sign from the...
I know this story and I just managed to forget it.
It was, it's years later, and I'm like, God, this guy had a lot of illnesses. I wonder, like, if he died. Look, there's a guy blowing himself. Look, right above the door.
Yeah, no, I saw it.
Fuck. You guys are not as impressed with that as I am.
It got covered by the thing. I was looking.
I know, it's fine.
I sadly missed the self-blowing man.
Oh, yeah, there he is. You're right.
I've frozen the screen so you can take a look.
He's really hunking his bottom half there.
Let's take a second here, okay? Because there's a couple ways he could be blowing himself. All right. Yeah. Way number one. Those things, that mustache thing, are actually his arms. And those are his legs in the top, and what you're looking at is the back of his head.
Oh, yeah. No,
Excellent.
Like, that's his shoulders there below the head.
Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah. Or
that
you
would
could
be
switch it.
Western style.
And then you get Roman style, which is upright, hands behind the back. and head between the legs. It's just this is art right here.
It does look like he has he's got like a 180-degree twist going at some point in his body. Because now, whichever of those appendages are his legs, they do seem to be backwards.
That's fine. I know it's supposed to be a face with a mustache and a nose, and the windows are the eyes, but no. Anyway.
Do you feel compelled to do a quick paint over to show people who can't see it, Matt?
If you can't see it, I don't want to be your friend. Sorry.
You need...
Damn it, why? Did I
You've
bug
gotten...
this out somehow, or is there
you
no
broke
place I have to press?
It looks goddamn broken.
I mean, like, I guess I can...
I want to tell you about this guy, right?
I so badly don't want to return to this story, but at the same time,
so much fun.
I started this episode by saying, is this the episode yet? And I don't think we can start an episode with that level of professionalism, then start telling a story and not finish it.
Yes. Okay. So this guy, I don't talk to him for like 10 years. And then I always kind of wondered, like, did he succumb to his mystery illnesses? Did he die? I don't know what's going on. But I just sort of moved on with my life. And I couldn't really look him up because this was pre-Facebook days. Mm-hmm. And then one day, out of fucking nowhere, I get an email from him. An email. He found me somehow. And there was only... in the email body, he said, hey, Matt, just catching up. I wonder how you're doing. Here, check this out. And he...
Oh my god, where's this going?
He sent me a link. And it was www.necrobabes.com.
Wow.
And it's not like...
Probably don't put that in your URL and see if that's...
Do not go
don't
there.
go there.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Why would you send me this after a decade of not talking? What the fuck? Anyway, I'm gonna... It was probably fake. I did not stick around long enough to find out. But I was like, when somebody contacts you after a decade and was like, check this out, you're like, okay. Especially in those early days, the halcyon days of early internet, right? Before you knew about anything like...
As you start to glide, you realize the only way to get back onto the dry areas will be to grab hold of something and pull yourself up.
It is odd. It's like, hey, have you considered this?
He's like sitting there going, who would be into this?
I think this I bet this was Matt's thing, right?
Like, yeah, Matt must be into this. He always seemed like he'd be into...
Finally, after all these years of searching, I have found the thing that I am into. Who else is looking for this and doesn't even know it yet?
About this place.
Yeah. I just love the, hey, Matt, it's been a long time. Anyhow.
Check this out.
Let me get to the point, shall I?
I never wrote him back.
That didn't do anything.
I wasn't polite. I didn't... What the fuck?
They're attacking me. I guess I could... throw some fireballs at them.
He seems to be immune.
Far be it from me to yuck someone's yum, but that story is unbearable to me. It's because it's the cold call, right? The amount of like, I don't know, to work up the nerve to email someone and like like the level of vulnerability that email contains, and like that email can have no response.
That email can have no response. I wonder what, like, I do not know what was going on in his head. It was such a friendly email, and
I do, and I'm not sure I want to be there.
You sense terrible danger.
It's one of those stories, and all I can think is how badly I want it not to have happened. The story, the whole thing, start to finish, like. I just want to prevent it from ever having happened.
Well, anyway, yeah, that's what happened when you read the book, and that's the title of the book. That's what was getting me about it. Holy fuck, you're getting fucked. This guy's fucking you up.
This guy's a great deal worse than other things that we've seen.
Yeah, this guy is like, he makes the bunny. You're gonna die.
It's the feelers and the teeth.
I'm just about to.
Well, you know, you live, you learn.
So I'm gonna restore before I met them, and try again.
Before I met Necro Babes.
If only we could do that with Matt's story.
As he started,
Just restore before we knew it was a thing.
Look,
or that whole guy. Not just Matt's story, but that whole person.
Well,
just before we ever met him.
Like, and sometimes I think, God, you know, he might have been, like, really sick and fucked up and, like, you know, had a weird obsession with death because of his health problems. And, you know, maybe he got comfort out of this. And then other times I'm like, what the fuck? No, I don't want anything to do with this. Or, anyway, I looked him up a few years ago. He's fine. Still alive.
It could be, though, that the Necro Babes community needs regular new financial support.
Maybe he worked for them. That never even occurred to me that he started that site.
That's almost better. He's just trying to drum up business.
That's so close. That would be so much better.
He's sitting there and, like, you know, he just registered the domain and the site's up. He's like, all right, time to find me some financiers. Whip out the yearbook from junior high.
Oh my god! Ah.
As you do.
As you do. He just goes through his yearbook. It's like, yeah, who's going to be into Necro Babes?
Matt Goodmanson.
Yeah,
gosh,
that guy.
Send all.
Oh,
but I mean, like, he took the time to write a personalized email, so
he did.
Like, that's a.
He did.
You know, that's a proper sales mail right there.
But it was like, yeah, but it was like also like it was like the late '90s, early 2000s. So like, you know. That nobody knew how to do anything else but write personalized emails back then. All right, we got a question for Glory.
Hey,
we got a question for Glory. Can you heal yourself? I'm really nervous.
I can,
but I choose not to.
The standing stone looks like a crude, oversized tombstone. It was an inset six-pointed star figure, similar to the one on the monastery door. The points are slightly curved like the arms of a starfish. Arcane symbols label each point of the star. The Dark One sign clicks into the depression in the stone. You find that you can now turn the sign like a dial.
I a little bit regret telling that story.
Well, hey, silver linings. If you ever go to a junior high reunion and you see him there, instant conversation.
I will never go to a junior high reunion.
Okay, so these are representative of the individual rituals. I forgot which order. All I can remember is that the ritual of blood was at the end, and the ritual of breath, I think, was slightly before it. I think this is ritual. This is like a mouth for that. But just so that I don't have to like go back, look at the text and what have you, can someone just Google me the order I need to put these in?
Andrew,
I remember how to. Yeah.
Andrew, you're on it.
Huh?
Huh? Google the order. Go to Google and type the order.
The order.
No, you'll find the Netflix show.
Oh God, no!
Okay, just let me erase Necro Babes. And...
yeah. Don't ever go there, everybody. Unless you're into that, in which case, as long as nobody's actually dying or
Best/worst case scenario, you're gonna discover something about yourself. I'd say best avoid it altogether.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you already know, in which case, there you go. Sure.
It's icky.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like something that wouldn't be icky.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Okay, mouth, bone, blood. Alright, the mouth ritual. I don't know if these are the right order, though. They're just put in this order, so no, they're not. This is the right order. Do. Here we go.
In the swamp, fight Chernovi cultists.
Highlight the symbols in order from top right around clockwise to top left, and you will get the Cinch ritual. Oh, fuck. Alright.
Oh, do I just go around in order?
I don't think. I can't. You can't. We can't.
I can't imagine that would be it.
Finally, you feel the Dark One sign settle.
Oh.
You pull on it, opening the tomb, and retrieve a damp but readable scroll from its depths.
Wow.
It is the Dark One's bone ritual.
The internet works.
You don't have any rations. You retrieve the Dark One sign from the
Is that how the Dark Ones got laid? In the bone ritual?
Oh, I thought you were saying, are you talking about Necro Babes again?
No, the bone ritual. That's...
I mean, that too is a valid point, though.
It's the Dark One's equivalent of Netflix and chill.
Yeah.
A Vuzel and bone ritual, anyone?
A Vuzel and bone ritual. Okay, question for Glory. Idris asked us, almost 2 months ago. Do you think Fairtube, the YouTubers Union, has any chance of viably changing YouTube practices and exploitation of creators? Serious question, Idris.
Really serious question.
Really
going. We weren't deliberating on for 2 months. It's just we barely recorded in the interim.
Yeah,
so.
we didn't record for a month, and then
Yeah.
Now
then this happened. So
to answer the question,
I read their website.
To answer the question literally, some chance, yeah.
Oh, sure, yeah. So I went to their website, I read their mission statement and stuff like that, and it was really lacking in any kind of valuable detail. I'm sure that they want to do certain things, and they were talking about having some kind of oversight committee or something like that, where YouTube is supposed to consult for shit. But ultimately at the end of the day, what actual exploitation are we talking about here? If we're talking about the exploit resources kind of contractual thing, they're exploiting in that sort of a literal sense, but I don't think that there's any actual proper exploitation of YouTubers. This is a voluntary site. Yeah, some people have decided to make a career out of YouTube and rely on ad revenue, but I don't think that is an exploitation problem. YouTube has offered a platform by which people even us can upload content at our discretion. And potentially get ad revenue or not, based on the needs and preferences of the market. We've definitively shown that late 30-somethings to early 40-somethings playing old Sierra games and barely doing it well is not something that that the market is desiring at the moment.
And
Surprisingly,
there are some days when we neither play the game well nor present it particularly well.
Yeah.
You hear movement. After a few minutes,
I guess, I don't know, like, I guess I would say, Luke, you're a filthy corpo.
Oh,
Suit.
sure, absolutely.
Oh,
Have a
no!
seat. Wait, no, better leave the seats here. But why don't you sit down on one? This show can't get on the road until you get off your load. So sit a while and enjoy yourself. Or maybe just sit.
Ready for this, Matt?
That elf seems like a steep escalation in events.
Good evening, ladies and germs. A funny thing happened on the way to Mordavia. I got here. I walked up to the innkeeper here and says to the guy, "Do you know how lucky you are to have such a funny guy as myself staying here?" The innkeeper says, "No, but if you hum a few bars, I can fake it." You may as well laugh now. This act doesn't get any funnier. I sit down here for a meal and order some soup. When the waiter brings it in, I says, "Waiter, there's a fly in my soup." The waiter says, "Of course, that's the soup du jour." Am I going deaf in here? Or how can so many people sleep with all these lights on? Seriously, folks, I went to the doctor just the other day and he said he had some good news and some bad news. What's the good news, I asked. "You only have 3 months to live," said the doc. "That's terrible. What's the bad news?" I said. The doc replied, "I'm getting married." I know I had an audience when I came in here.
That's
Anyhow,
a little funny.
Show me a guy with 1,000,000 kopecks, and I'll show you a guy who's rich. Hey, you only had to listen to this material. I'm the one who had to stand here and take it. Anyway, thank you. You've been a swell bunch of seats.
Phew.
I gotta
must
put
stop.
seriously, folks,
Maybe he's
back into
finished
my
playing his joke.
rotation.
You think about applauding, but you're not quite sure if you heard the punchline yet.
What did you think of my performance? Was I hilarious or what? Is this an inn or a cemetery? I've had livelier times at
Why
funerals.
does this guy look
Some
like
help
Kathy
you were.
Griffin?
Couldn't you at least have smiled a little louder?
I don't
nights
understand
like these
the-
that make me
the
feel like an
design here.
inept idiot and a lousy laughingstock. I'd make more money digging graves. But what? And get out of show business?
He does have a kind of, like, murderous Christmas decoration kind of vibe.
And a bit of a gunt.
Thank you. I always like to meet a receptive audience.
God.
It's always good to see you. It means you're not behind my back. Pleased to meet you. I could tell by your outfit that you were no ordinary rube. Punny Bones, the name. Joke's a fair game. I'm a pro punster.
Look.
Punny Bones!
Punny Bones!
Honey Boone!
Punny
Wow!
Bones! I tell you this, I'll take
Punny
Punny Bones
Bones.
over fucking Keep On Laughing any day. Any day of the week.
I'm staying at this inn for a while until I find something here. I got the last store down the hall. Visit me sometime. I'm sure we can have a few laughs together.
Like, I can see traveling with this.
Yeah, I was
Guy.
on the
Dude,
fence,
Ever
but
so humble,
Yeah.
there's
Punny
nobody
Bones
stays home.
won me
I've
over
been on the
so that
road
we can
so
shout
long, I have
Punny
flat
Bones.
tires
Punny
on my
Bones!
feet. I go wherever I can tell a good joke, and many places where I can't.
I
Hey,
still
my
am
last
really
tour was a
puzzled by
great
his
success.
appearance.
I
But
outran
anyway,
everyone. But there's no business
I'm
like show
into it.
business. With me, the show must go
I'm
on
feeling
and
it.
on and on. I got millions of them. Problem is, I can't remember most of them, and the ones I do remember should have been buried long ago. I used to be worth my wit in gold, but, oh, it's a long story. Ask me about it some other time.
I guess the close-ups of characters in this game do have a kind of caricature element to them. So
yeah.
yeah. I guess I'm just still getting used to that. So this guy's face is a little bit upsetting to me.
I mean, some of them are pretty, like, all of them are a little bit upsetting.
I think that's what it
He
is
too is
he
a
makes me
stranger
realize
to
that they were
Mordavia.
all upsetting.
Hey, what am I, shredded wheat? If you're talking behind my back, at least have the courtesy to do it face to face.
Enough!
I really want to order food, but
You adopt the traditional thief sign position.
I don't-
Wiggling the
I
fingers
don't
of your
wanna
right
hear
hand
this
and
described
rubbing your belly with your left hand. No one seems particularly impressed.
Okay, good.
Leaving so
Is it
soon?
is it
Good night,
racist
and
that I
thanks
was sure
for
this
all the
gnome would be a
fish.
thief?
Is that more speciest?
That's actually true racist.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess they're race. Yeah.
That's true racism.
Mhm.
What we have is
You're a gnome, so maybe you were a thief.
Well, it's
What-
really,
what-
white people galloping around the
Unlock
world,
the door to your
informing other people of their otherness that we have modern day racism.
Well, yeah, but this is more modern day racism is actually more like ethnicism
Yeah.
more than anything.
After some
Nope is an actual race.
It's true.
An actual.
Any two humans are members of the
awakening
human
the-
race.
Okay. Well, god damn it, guys, we really covered a lot in this episode.
Yeah, we just real quick tackled the entirety of racism just now. I think we nailed it.
Pretty
From
much solved it.
Necro Babes to YouTubers unions to to solving racism.
Solved.
Solved. I don't know.
It's a garlic souffle, Mordavian style.
I suppose I shouldn't distinguish racism in this fantasy setting from racism in the real world by referring to ours as modern day racism. As if, implying that gnomes
Now
are
the tables
thieves is an
helping to keep you
old-timey
off the
variant
floor
of
as
what we have now.
You
but
don't have any rations.
how do you get rations?
Buy it from the lady next door.
Oh, right. I forgot about her.
Still you remain.
I am gonna stab you in the face, buddy.
One of these days.
Oh,
Bang
fuck.
zoom straight to the moon.
Fuck yeah, bud. You're getting a sword in the nose. Watch out.
It is really interesting to see this game pushing the limits of what they can do with pixel art like this.
Yeah.
It is odd though because as things become more detailed, it is slightly disturbing to interact with people sometimes, and the combination of that and not
First, select
quite
the
knowing exactly what to do, or you try an interaction that doesn't work. There's a
As my husband
slightly
used to
disturbing
say,
quality
come
about
back
it, you know?
again, sunshine or rain.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like you're having not a nightmare exactly, but one of those frustrating dreams.
Yeah.
I think it lends itself well to sort of the there's kind of a surreal aesthetic to the game that's probably deliberate though.
Yeah. I quite like it. Honestly, I think this is a really well put together game. I enjoy it. Even the weird parts. And I respect that they put a guy blowing himself on top of the store. And on that note,
That guy is really going at it.
he's really he actually looks like he died in the middle of it because he's still. All right,
You've
everybody,
caught an ant.
fucking, we're done.
I think that's easily our best episode yet.
Easily.
I don't know, man. I really regret the Necro Babes.
I too regret that story, and I
Not
didn't
yet
tell
telling.
it. You started telling it, and I thought,
Time
no, that can't be the story that he's telling.
Well, it was a necrophilia book. I was like, oh, I know what this reminds me of. This would be a perfect story for the show.
Let's riff on that for a minute.
Oh, fortunately,
Oh my god.
It's good to be back.
Well, yep, leave the place worse than when you arrived.
I think some of the exploitation that YouTube does to YouTubers is
you need
changing the algorithm without telling anybody. And that tends to fuck people up. But you're right. You make a lot of good points. This is a voluntary thing. I don't know. It's a complicated issue, It is.
This episode has everything. A sort of awkward false start. A couple conversations that are too big for a YouTube video. And a question for Glory.
Too big for a YouTube video that isn't devoted to it, certainly.
Yeah, and also like a question for Glory that is kind of legitimately hard to answer.
Yeah. Luckily, Idris has a Tim Allen question for Glory next week, so we'll get back to that. And boy, do I have an answer for that one. Oh my God, I can't wait. All right, everybody, join us next week.
Don't worry, guys. We'll nail the next one.
Trying to mimic the statue.
Oh yeah, he is. He's trying to do it.
That's what he's doing. He's like, if he can do it, so can I.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. We're gonna nail the next one. Next one's gonna blow your mind. Just like this guy's gonna blow himself.
Leave a question for Glory. Leave your dislikes. See you next week. God damn it.
Oh, no.
It is good to earn the dislikes now and then.
I wish I hadn't said the name of the website. Maybe you can edit that out.
We can
It's canon now. We have a save game with the name on it.
Oh, yeah. It's true.
We're fucked. You're right.
I'll just put up a thing saying, don't go there.
No, it's fine.
The nice thing about all this is we no longer have to carry that story alone. You know, it belongs to the universe now.
It's gone out into the universe. Oh, it's like the fucking the video cassette from The Ring.
You could just bleep out half of the word.
No, it's fine.
And then just put a mosaic up over the save game
Look,
for the rest of the series.
We literally have a warning saying this is not for fucking children at the start. Like,
absolutely.
Yeah, any little fucker who comes in here and deals with that's on them. Oh boy! Also, like, it strangely fits with the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Also, like,
thanks for watching.
That happened. That story happened.
That is the truth. Yeah.
Is it a good story? Does it need to be told? I think it matters that it's true. You know?
It's true.
I think it's true, and we all need to wrestle with that. You know?
if I had access to my old Rocket Mail account, I would fucking pull it up. Rocket Mail.
Whatever happened to Rocket Mail?
Right?
See, this is my professionalism again. I thought we were already in the next episode. Is this still the outro?
This is still the outro.
Yeah, pretty much.
This is our endless outro. This is where we
I could have sworn we were in the next episode.
No.
Let's not tell. Let's just not reference this episode in the next one.
Okay, deal.
Let's just clean slate. Like, it all happened. We're not erasing anything. We're just gonna move on with the game and with our lives in the next episode.
Please, everyone, though, check out the Wikipedia page for Rocket Mail.
Alright, everybody, see you next week.
Bye.
For a brief time, Rocket Mail battled with Hotmail for the #1 spot among free webmail services.